Hey everybody, and welcome back to UE5 BP Guru. Today we're going to be looking at spawning in clips and bullets and how we kind of go around doing that. So first things first, we want to open up our third person character. We're going to be focusing on just the rifle bullet and the pistol clip. That's because that's the two things I have. I do have the pistol bullet, but it's easy just to show you one of both, and then you can recreate that for the other bullets, the other guns and things. So let's start with the rifle bullet. It's probably the easiest part. So let's go over here, drag this out. To be honest, I probably could just do this with a pistol, but it's fine. Let's set the rifle up first. Let's go into where our weapons are. So wherever your weapons are, open them up. Mine's, I could just probably search for them, to be honest. So let's get the assault rifle. Yes, the one downfall with this pack is it doesn't actually include a standalone rifle clip. It only has the dual one. So it's a bit of a shame, but there's not much you can do about it. So we've got our rifle ammo there. And we've got our assault rifle. We're going to need both of these, but let's open up the assault rifle first. All we need to do is decide where we want two things. The first being the clip bone. Rename that to clip. I'm going to call it clip drop. Freeze. Find your ammo and add a socket to that. And we'll leave it as ammo socket, that's fine. Clip drop. We don't have a clip to show off, so I'm not going to set that up. I will for the pistol, obviously, but for the ammo socket, we need to add a preview of the bullet. So let's just do assault. Let's find the white assault rifle ammo because that's the one we're using. There we go. Just drag it to somewhere where it looks good to spawn in. Oops. Like so. So what'll happen is it will drop from here every time it spawns. It'll drop. Remove the child now. There we go, and save. The other thing we want to do, as I said, is we want to get the assault rifle ammo, and we want to create an asset from that. Create blueprint using this. Save it into the weapons light pack because that's where it should belong, and call it assault rifle bullet. Probably could have called it ARB underscore BP. Assault rifle bullet underscore BP. Save. When this opens, the bullet will already be in there, so we don't need to do anything with that. All we need to do is go to the event graph, and on event begin play, set lifespan like so. And we'll set that to a second. Compile. Next, we need to do the same for the pistol bits that we need. So just put in dark pistol. It should come up at the top somewhere. There it is. Dark pistol. We'll need to do the same for our clip here. So we'll do this first. Just again, asset actions, create blueprint using this. Click on the dark pack this time because that's where we got this one from, and we want to call this dark pistol bullet underscore BP. So DPB underscore bullet. No, we're not. We're setting the clip up, aren't we? Dark pistol clip. So DPC underscore bullet print blueprint, not bullet print. Save. Same with this one. We just need to create an event. Begin play. Set lifespan to, and I'm going to let the clips spawn a little bit quicker, last a little bit longer, should save it, and we'll make that 3 seconds and compile. Close that down, and we just need to now open up our actual pistol, and we're going to do exactly the same thing. Add socket. We'll call this one clip drop. That way when we set things up, it's a hell of a lot easier to remember. Add a socket. This should be called ammo socket. Great. The next thing we want to do on the clip drop is add in a preview asset, which is going to be dark pistol. That should come up with the pickup. There it is. And what we need to do now is just move this into a location where it kind of makes sense. You can rotate, do all that sort of stuff if you want to. Now, you could get really, really complex with this and have it that it slides down in a certain direction before dropping straight to the ground. Like it could slide down and just drop out. It doesn't matter too much. I like to spawn it here and it just drop. Personally, I don't think it needs to be anything more than that. You could also set the bullet up while you're here, because we could actually, in theory, also set this up today if we have time. So just go dark pistol, oh, not Sark, dark pistol, and find that ammo bullet. Drag it out, make sure it's in the right direction. That's perfectly fine for me. Save. Actually, no, tell a lie. I'm going to draw it out a little bit more. There we go. Save. And close. In the third person blueprint, we are on the shooting section. All we need to do is find our weapon, get socket, actually that was right, let's get socket location, and get socket rotation, like so. Then we want to make a transform, add both of those into there, and then we want to spawn actor from class, just like that. And again, we want both of these to go into here and then move on down the line. You also probably want a sound, but I don't have a bullet dropping to the ground sound at the minute. So for the rifle, we want the assault BP. There's one thing I haven't set up in either of those blueprints, but we can do that in a second. So what's going to happen now is it's going to find the weapon slot name. We're going to call this ammo socket. Copy and paste. So it's going to find that socket. It's going to find out the rotation and the location of that socket, spawn in the bullet, and then the bullet will spawn and then die after a second as you fire. Next, let's go up to here. This one's going to be a little bit more complicated because we want to do a couple of things. There's one other socket we need to create as well on the character, and we need to change two things about the character, about the two blueprints we just made as well. So go to content, all content, find this first, viewport, find the static mesh, come down, and we want to simulate physics of that bullet. Yeah, that looks all fine, and simulate generate hit events as well. That is the assault rifle bullet done. Secondly, we need to come out and go into the, find the clip, click on the static mesh again. Oh, interesting. For a static mesh component, simulating requires simple collision to be set up on the static mesh. Okay, let's have a look at the original thingy. Right. Let's save. Now we can simulate the physics. There we go. So just if you have any issues with that, you need to set up a collision on the actual object itself. Easy peasy fix there. So hopefully that helps a lot of you if you were confused at that point. Okay, cool. Now that that's set up, we also need to set up one more thing. And we need to find our twin character here. And where we've set up obviously all of our lovely stuff, like the weapon and things like that, we need to find that left hand, wherever that might be. Left hand, let's just type it in, hand. Left hand, there we go. And we want to add a socket, and we want to call this rename clip spawn. Hopefully this is all starting to come together a little bit for you guys, and you kind of see where I'm going with this. But just to keep things going, we want to get a dark. We want to get that dark pistol pickup. Now it's obviously not in the right place, so just move it around. Get rid of that and find that clip spawn. There it is. And just move it around until you get it in the same position as the hand. And again, it doesn't need to be like too perfect. You make it as perfect as you want to, right? Oh. So that should be kind of near enough where we want it, so that when she grabs it, it's at least in her hand and it looks right. So save, and then once it's saved, remove the all attached assets, and then let's go back to our third person character. So the first thing we want to do is we want to drop that clip. So let's get, we can copy and paste this because we're going to be using this again, like so. We'll change the name in a second, but we want to spawn actor from class. We also want to play a play sound. We'll play a sound, and then we want to spawn the clip drop. Then we want to consider playing our anim montage. So we want to delay by a second. We just want to delay a second just so this has a chance to drop the clip. And then we want to call this clip drop. Clip drop. So that means it'll spawn and rotate to the same thing as that. Why is this struggling? Oh yeah, it's because we want our pistol clip. Dark pistol clip, that was what I called it, DPC. Then we want to play our animation and spawn that new play animation. Now we need to know the point in which that that hand goes behind the back, right? And we want to kind of almost delay it just by that. Okay, we want to play the reload sound as well. We want a couple of delays basically, but let's open up this for a second. Where is it? Show me. Browse. No. Okay, let's just find it. Oh, it's taking me to it. Ah, it's done it. Oh god. Okay, so let's go to the back, and we want to find the exact point in which that grab happens, right? So let's see. Go back. She grabs. So that's the point in which you want it to spawn. So it's at the, I'd say, 0.53 mark you want it to spawn in, right? So go back to the third person character. We now want to create a delay by 0.53, and then we're going to need way more space. Sorry. keep pushing it back. We then want to spawn another actor, right? We want to spawn that empty clip, basically. We might need to set up another one because we want it to disappear probably sooner than we thought. But now we want to change that weapon. We want to get the mesh, right? We want to spawn this to the mesh, not the weapon. and we want to get that clip spawn name. Copy, paste in there. Great, and we've got already that BP. We'll try it. We'll see what happens. I think I might need to change it though, because I get the feeling. I get the feeling we're going to want a separate one that dies in a correct amount of time. So we might want to duplicate that blueprint and call it something different. Right, let's just keep making space, guys. Just keep making that space. And we don't want that sound probably to play anymore. We want a different sound, but we also need to work out when that clip is going into the weapon, right? So the next thing we want to do is come back to our animation and find the point. Let's go to the front. Find the point when that weapon, that clip meets the weapon, right? So we want to, it's probably going to be about, I'd say, the 1.14 second mark. But we need to work out the difference now, because we're spawning that in then, and then we're spawning it here, and we don't want two delays, right? So we want to, God, this is where it gets complicated. So we've got a 53-second delay on the first part. We then want to spawn the weapon, and then we need to deduct that 53 seconds away from 1.14. So that leaves 7 seconds in a minute, so you want it to have a delay of 23 seconds. A delay, first delay. We'll test it. You can play around with it. As long as it works, that's all that matters. And then we want to play the last sound, right? And then we'll work out how quickly we need to despawn that, but we'll test it first. Okay. And we probably don't want simulate physics on the other one, because we don't want it to drop out of our hands or anything. That might happen. But let's test this first. Let's get some sounds. So let's get out of this. Let's go to our dark weapon. Let's find sound. Let's find pistol. We want eject cue, like so, to go in there. And then we want the insert, reload insert now, to go into here. That sounds about right. Okay. Let's bring out a pistol. It has got yeah. So that works. It drops. We spawned it in, but it fires out the back of our hand. Yeah, it fires out the back of our hand. And let's just test our pistol. It's dropping. Yeah, that's all good. You might want to create some force behind that bullet so it kind of fires out of the weapon properly. Because if you see, it's just dropping. It's just dropping at the moment. And there's our clip spawn. Great. It's very close. So I was right. We need to go back into here. We need to duplicate this. We'll call this clip spawn. We'll call it clip spawn because that matches the thing. Let's turn off the physics side of things. We don't need to simulate those physics. And we only want this to survive probably a second, if that. But we'll try it. We'll see what happens. Okay. Let's get our pistol out. Oh, it still fires out the hand. Ooh, did I not compile? Let's see. Oh, it's good. I know exactly what's happened. It's because we need to actually change it in here, right? So DP, we'll call it DPS1. That's fine. Now let's try it. It should work fine now. Oh, why did it? Oh, why did it mess with the camera? Ooh, okay. Why did it do that then? Okay, so I've managed to fix the clipping, the camera issue. Basically, what I did was I duplicated the clip object because the one that drops has to have a physics, needs the physics, so it needs to be able to drop. I had to have a collision on it, and the collision was affecting the camera when it was spawning in the hand, so I just duplicated the object, called it something different, and then set that as the spawn with no collision and no physics on it, and it's now spawning. But the problem is now, the only problem I've got left now is getting it into my hand and attaching it. So it's spawning, that's fine. That works great. I can get rid of it by also setting the lifespan. Sorry, not spawn. And I'll set that to half a second, that's fine. So that will work completely fine. I think the problem I've got is I don't have a it's definitely not lasting long enough, but also she's not picking it up. Why is she not attaching? No. We want to get the third person, get player character. And then we want to get mesh, and then we want to attach to let's put in clip spawn, and let's give it a go, give it a whirl, right? So when it's born, it'll attach itself to the clip spawn, and we should be good to go. Wrong one. Let's go back to here. So we don't need to do that, or that, or that. Okay, now we've just got to sort this out. So we know we want to spawn an actor here, that should be fine. And then it's not spawning now. Clip spawn, target itself. So it should be spawning, unless it is spawning, but it's not spawning. Let's try that. There it is. We got it. We got it. There it is. She puts it in her hand. You might want to mess around with the rotation, but the fact that it's in her hand and it goes into the gun. Oh my god! That's so good. I'm glad. It took a while to get there, but it's working. So hopefully this has helped you guys. You should now be able to set up your pistols, and you won't see anything in first person, so it's kind of like a bit pointless for me. But the fact that I've got it working in third person is mind-blowing. I can't believe I've just done that. That's the first time I've ever done that. So hopefully this tutorial has been helpful for you. I know it's been long, I know it was painful, but we got there. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and if you need any tutorial tips or help leave me a comment. I'll be happy to help. And I'll see you in the next episode. Take care. Bye.